Let's have a look at Hcmc. Hcmc today, well, it saw quite a lot of action. If you joined us for our morning episode, we saw the price of Hcmc actually pick itself up quite decently. We were up in the pre-market hours, and of course on open we picked ourselves up even further. We rocketed about 7% from 9:30 up until the highs of the day, which were around the 0.0014 range. Unfortunately though, ever since we have been falling throughout the day, we've now lost about 14% of share price from those highs. And I did say that I'll bring you back another video later in the day to see what does happen and see how my thoughts have updated. And of course all of that is coming up in this video, so before we do fully jump into this one, a few things to discuss as always. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We talk about Hcmc pretty much every single day. The reason is because you guys do seem to enjoy the videos, and of course if you enjoy the videos I will make the videos for you. On top of that, you guys already know, but if you don't, I actually do own Hcmc. I own about 846,000 shares, so again quite a lot of shares for me at least. On top of that, we have a lot more to discuss, including the fact that yes, a lot of people were kind of criticising this morning's video, saying that the price didn't explode, and of course in the title of that video I said so far. So far being the operative word, or at least the operative phrase, because at the time of filming the video we were still at the highs of the day. And I think that is something that we do need to remember. So please do consider that if you have watched that video, or if you're going to watch that video, whatever. Obviously that is just why I said that it was up so far. But yeah, the question of this one is, obviously after this one being down today, what is going on with the share price? Now, just another thing, I said that there was another one, but I forgot what it was. So yeah, another thing is, a lot of people have been asking me when we are going to film a lot more videos on this stock and that stock. All of that is coming, guys. It's just I've been a little bit busy at the moment. So for that reason, Hcmc has been the video that we are focusing on, because again it's the one that most people want to see. But yeah, jumping back into this one, all of those videos will be coming out pretty soon, hopefully in the next week or so. But looking at Hcmc today, we can see another day in the red. So again, this is not good. This is not good for Hcmc. It is something which I did kind of predict this morning. I thought there was a lot of anticipation after the weekend, people perhaps placing orders, and then these orders going through on the Monday, and I think that's why we saw the share price initially rocket. Now on top of that, I think some people will have been taking profit throughout the day, perhaps taking a loss. I know people are kind of getting fed up with Hcmc, kind of are getting a bit bored with it. I think that is okay. Now again, something which I personally try to remember when looking at my Hcmc investment is, yes, I am down right now. I know a lot of people are down a lot. I think that is going to be the case for a long time. Personally, I think Hcmc is probably likely to drop lower, and I hope that I am wrong in saying that, but as I have said before, I can see this one going to the 0.000 range. I'm not too sure how far down we will get in there, because I know a lot of people are looking to buy this one as soon as it hits 0.0009, and of course if a lot of people do place their orders then, I think that could also send the share price up a little bit. But ultimately what I'm trying to say is, Hcmc is still a decent stock in my opinion. I am still holding. After today, yes, it was another day in the red, and I think that's okay. The main thing that we need to remember with Hcmc is, this is a stock with a catalyst, right? A lot of the time some of these stocks get hyped for whatever reason. This time is for an actual catalyst. We're looking at a very big deal when it comes to their lawsuit. If you don't know what it is, we have covered it before, but yeah, that is a big deal in my opinion. I think until we have some actual information regarding that lawsuit, then we are going to see the share price probably continue to drop as people get bored of Hcmc and probably sell at a loss. And again, that is fine. As I have mentioned many a time before, I think Hcmc is not a good investment for all people. I think if you're looking to buy Hcmc, whether it's now, whether it's when it drops even further in price, or whether it rockets and you want to buy then, I think it's a case of Hcmc, if you're going to put money into it, you need to be aware that you could lose that money, as the share price isn't guaranteed to rocket. But what I'm trying to say in this short video is, I think Hcmc still does have a lot of potential, but I don't really see much happening until we have some information around that lawsuit. Again, that's not a bad thing, and we could actually have some catalysts before then perhaps, and I will be updating you guys as things do move, because again, you guys do seem to enjoy the updates. So I thought I'd just make a very quick one discussing what I think about today's action, and what I'm trying to say is that today's action, whilst it wasn't too bad, it was still another day in the red. It could have been much worse, but we can see that from the lows on Friday, I do believe, we have picked ourselves up by a little bit, and some people are stating that Hcmc could see a bit of a reversal coming soon. And again, I would wouldn't see this happening before we got to the 0.009 range. I do hope I'm wrong. I hope it does pick itself up before then, but I would be comfortable with it dropping, much lower than where we are right now. Even if it was to half in price from its current value, I think that's fine, because I do believe that Hcmc is a long-term hold. So not too concerned about today's action. I think it is a decent buy now, but I would look to get into this one at a slightly better price. I mean, we can see a lot of the market has been falling today, and if this does continue, I think Hcmc could possibly come with it. And on top of that, I think, like I said, a lot of people will probably continue to sell out of Hcmc as time goes on. So I'd look to get this one at a slightly better price. But in my opinion, if I was looking to buy it, I think now is definitely one of the better price points that we have been seeing. But again, don't buy too many shares, only buy what you're willing to lose. Don't buy Hcmc thinking that it's going to make you rich. If you are looking to buy it, I would consider that money as lost immediately, so that anything that you do make on that money is a decent gain. So I know this one is probably not what people wanted to hear. Obviously, I do like to give good news on Hcmc as much as possible, but at the end of the day, I think it is important now and again just to remind ourselves that whilst this is a decent stock, and whilst this stock does have a lot of potential, we do need to be patient with this one, and we need to have our expectations on a reasonable level. Even if this one is to rocket to the moon, I think it's going to happen in the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months, if not the next year. And like I have mentioned, I am looking to hold for the next year. Now, if it is to rocket before the year is up, if that does happen, I would probably sell out as well, don't get me wrong. But obviously that is just my goal, so I'm not kind of disappointed if the price doesn't rocket in the next few weeks and months. So yeah, just thought I'd make a very quick one summing up what we have seen today. Not too bad, to be honest, and again, we are still up from those dips, which is fantastic. From the absolute lows until now, up by about 9%, which is good. And again, if we can keep this up, I think we'll be in a fantastic position. If we can't keep this up, if we remain pretty flat or even drop a bit more, that could be decent as well, as it could be a better opportunity to get Hcmc at a cheaper price. Just my thoughts though, guys. I hope you enjoyed me joining you for this one. As I did mention, hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow. I cannot guarantee it. I may take a day off or two, but hopefully I'll be back soon enough to make some more videos with you. We'll have to see what goes on though, so I will see you as soon as possible. Goodbye until then.